Hi there, this is one of the hottest and easiest to build stoves that I know how to make. And today I'm going to show you how to upgrade this from a grate stove to a permanent grate stove. One that you could use over and over and over without ever having to change the wick. So let's get started. Now this stove right here is actually one of my toilet paper stoves. What it is inside is a roll of toilet paper with denatured alcohol in it. Now this thing burns very hot. So how are we going to make that into a permanent stove? Well, let's go ahead and do it. And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a coat on April 7th, let me show you. Yes, it started snowing this morning. Here I was thinking I'm going to be getting ready for planting my garden soon, and we had snow. So what you need for this is you need to start with a can. Coffee can works good because the coffee cans come with a plastic lid a lot of times. I like it shorter because it's more compact. This is the same size as the toilet paper one. Now, at the end, when you're done with the fire, you can just snuff it out like that, but don't do it with the plastic because that's going to melt. What I like to do is wait for it to cool off, like it has now, and I can put the lid on it and put it away. I actually use this every night on the deck. When it gets late and I'm done my day and I want to relax, I go out on my deck, I open it up, and I take my torch and light it up. And she's ready to go. One of the easiest, most enjoyable stoves that I've made yet. Whoops, I almost did it with the plastic. See that? So how am I going to make this a permanent wick stove? And how easy is it to do it? Well, I'm going to use carbon felt. Now, carbon felt is something that plumbers use to work around hot pipes. Why? Because it's not flammable. Watch this. Okay, look at the carbon. I'm holding it on there. It gets really hot. You can see it getting red hot. But it just doesn't burn. However, it absorbs great. So what we're going to do is, I need to measure this, how tall I want it to be. Let's see, right about up to here. So you're going to cut strips of it. Luckily, it cuts a lot easier than it burns. And that's the part that takes the longest, is cutting the strips. Try to cut them as even as possible. I can see I'm not doing a very good job of cutting evenly, but the stove really doesn't care. I mean, there's ways around everything, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these pieces that I just cut up, get them as fairly even as I can, and just roll them, kind of just like the toilet paper roll. You're going to roll them as well as you can to try to get an even top. Even top. So now, there we go. See how that fits right in there? And it fit all the way down to there. Now, see how easy? That was quick, wasn't it? Didn't even hurt. Now I'm going to take my alcohol. Denatured alcohol is the best for this, but I'm doing it with 91% because the flame shows a lot more. Now what you're trying to do is just soak it up. I'm not going to use all of it. You can experiment with how much you want to use. The more you use, the higher the flame's going to be. And then get it on something that's heat safe like this. Make sure you have a smoke alarm, which I have right behind here. Back up. And look at it go. So, the experiment is a success. Let me move this back a little bit so you can see real well. My permanent stove. Now again, what you can do with that is, I can use this to cook with a frying pan right on top of it. I can use this to radiate heat. Look at that. It makes a stove effect too. When you put this on, not only does it radiate the heat from the metal, but it soaks the heat up. Matter of fact, after a while, it looks almost like this thing is on fire. So you can actually elevate it if you want. How would you elevate it? Maybe with a couple bricks like this to get it a little height. Let's see, it's going to be fun to do while it's still warm. There we go. It's going to be hot. There we go. that sucks up the heat even higher. You notice before how the flames were just this tall? Now they're that tall. And again, you can put your fan on top. You can actually cook right on top of it. There we go. I could actually boil water. Yes, it will boil water. So it's a wonderful little unit. And how hot does this get? I'm glad you asked. 230. And we just turned it on. Let's see, let's get on the top. How hot is it up here? 300, 350 degrees until it really gets cooking. You can see the flames coming out the top now. Woohoo! Isn't that beautiful? You don't know if you want to cook on it or you want to start singing Kumbaya. But I need to have something to put it on now to cool it off. Let's see, what can I put it on? We have another brick over here. That's the thing, when you deal with these kind of things, you don't want to just put them on your tablecloth when you put them down, because I've burnt more tablecloths that way. So I'm going to take my glove, double it up, go like this. Whoa! And look at the flames. Don't you just love this thing? So there you have it. I think this was quite a success as an experiment. The permanent stove, permanent meaning you never have to change the wick. This thing will not burn down. It'll just keep on going and going. As long as you keep adding the fuel. Unfortunately, fuel is not permanent. So you have to keep adding the fuel. It's kind of like a car. The car is permanent, but you got to keep putting gas in it. So this thing will last for a good long time. You could use it as a fireplace every night to warm up in an emergency. It makes a great stove. You can cook on it, you can boil on it, and it heats up pretty darn quickly. I just love this thing. So if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and subscribe. It would really help to support us and help us to grow. Share this with your friends, because there might be someone that could really use this in the case of a power outage. Like I said, it's one of the warmest stoves we've made, and by far the easiest and quickest to build. And when it's all done, you just put the lid on it, just like this one here. Once it's cooled off, and you go off with it. And yes, everyone keeps on asking, how do we turn it off? Just like that. You suffocate it and it's off. So with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. Ooh, this thing's so cool.